Good morning and welcome back to Cosmeteer. My name is Pooks and today we are continuing on with our Cosmeteer Ironman Admiral run. So let's load up the stream save and go for, hiccups. Go for gold. So in the last episode, as a result of the poll, we went for YOLO. Right? We just said, hey, let's try the try battleship, and this is pretty much the result. Everything kind of blew up, but we managed to also escape. Ironically, this was called the Phoenix, and it ended up getting burnt. Also, maybe it's because I misspelled Phoenix, but so a few comments on YouTube. Always good to see them as well. So thank you everyone who is putting in suggestions, and a lot of the comments were basically saying, "Hey, that was a stupid play." I don't disagree with this, right? Uh, that it was maybe not what I should do. In particular, I want to call out for Ethan Wilson 1001, saying, again, please review your past footage of battles and you'll clearly see which ship of yours is the most successful in getting kills. YOLO isn't really a good strategy. So, I have not ignored your comment, dude. I know that you would have watched that episode and be really frustrated by saying, I told him! I told him! Yeah, you did tell me. I'm listening. This is what we're going to do. So what I have worked out is basically a bit of a plan for a fleet um, that will start to assemble here. So the most successful ship that I've built so far is the Kestrel. The Kestrel is doing the most damage by far. It relies a little bit on getting its positioning right. Sometimes when I'm out of position for it, um, then we hit a little bit of trouble. And the Owl is actually reasonably successful at taking some hits, and certainly with the Anthony and the Brunton as escorts, then we're doing pretty good there. I think what I've worked out with the aggro for enemy vessels is they tend to target the vessel with the highest um, number of crew members that are active. So back in our battle down here where we had our wipe, then what would happen is they were targeting the Owl for a bit, and then once they blew off both wings, they switched targets to go for the Kestrel. And I think that was because basically the Kestrel had more active crew members at that point in time, and I think that might be how they're calculating threat, is the number of crew in the vessel that in front of them, and not necessarily the actual damage threat that it produces. So our tanks, as long as they're highly crewed, don't necessarily need to be doing any damage to attract attention. At least that's what I think. There might be some rules that if it's not outputting any damage, then it might ignore it entirely and go after something else. So I still want to put weapons on the Owl, or keep weapon systems on the Owl, but we might retask some of the crews to be more shield focused instead, and maybe get rid of the missiles that are sitting at the back of it, because the Anthony and the Brunton seem to be getting in the way of those. So the plan is another Owl, or the Owl Mark V will live again. The Anthony and Brunton as escorts. I'm going to go for 2 Kestrels. They take 50 crew each, and I think I've got about 247 crew members available to me at the current level of fame. So if I go up here and we look at our fame sort of levels, at 510 we get 247. I'm not quite there, so I'm not 100% sure what we're missing, what we'll be missing, but I'm guessing it's going to be around that number. From there, I want to upgrade the Lifeboat to be a better ship as well. We want to make this to be a bigger transport vessel, and then add on some mining layers. And I'm just going to modify one of the existing ones rather than bring back the Trodoc as well, simply because the civilian ships in the pre-built a little bit better in terms of efficiency of crew. But basically, there's a pretty good ship that's a big transport that will run off 30 crew. And then I'll modify it down from there for my needs in terms of manufacturing and mining and that sort of thing, because we're still going to need that. But it should be okay. So we're going to have a Mark 5 Owl, 2 Kestrels, 2 escorts for the Phoenix, providing point defense still, and a nuclear backup option, a salvage ship, and then finally that should leave me with a few crew members left over, I believe. Then I'm thinking that we use one of the inbuilt ships called a Valkyrie, which is a flak vessel that's quite fast, and use that as a get in and flank, shoot from the bottom, behind, do a lot of damage sort of vessel. That won't necessarily attract a whole heap of attention because it should have low crew, but it also can then provide some point defense, particularly around nukes, because it should do a lot more damage to nukes and take them out a bit quicker, because we will face those and they will be a problem. That's where I'm thinking. And then I want to modify that Valkyrie to make it more suited to my purposes, I suspect. But for the time being, that is our planned fleet. And what we need to do now is get there, right? And the first thing I'm going to be doing is tearing apart the Phoenix. So if we go into the edit mode here, you can see all the damage and that sort of thing. So let's go to blueprint mode and we just go to replace the existing with our Mark 5 here. And it will basically say that I don't have enough beds because I can't fit the crew that's still in the Phoenix into the Owl. But I believe in terms of resources, we're pretty close, right? We're missing some parts and we're going to have to spend a lot of money to do it, but we can put in the Owl. But what we can't do at the moment is basically fit all our crew, and our crew is expensive as well. We don't want to lose our crew. So what I think I'm going to have to do is actually just slowly delete off parts. So we'll turn off this, discard modifications, and what I might be doing here is if I delete the parts here, then we'll get all the materials that we need, and then I can maybe make another ship alongside the this one. And it should work out. That's what I'm hoping anyway. We'll go with that. Get rid of you. Because it's basically full refunds on all this stuff, I believe. Except for maybe the damage portions. We might get less of a refund there. And that's fine. That's, you know, that's completely understandable. So we really just want to bring this down to kind of a skeleton of itself. Just enough to keep it kind of all together. And for the game to allow me to... Yeah, see if I try to delete these, then it's having a fit about it because I need to get rid of the co-joining parts. Apparently I need to go from here first. Yep. I don't believe I can get rid of those. I need to start here. Yeah, so this will be a little bit of a sort of long and agonizing process almost. I say almost, it's going to be a long and agonizing process. But I believe I can get rid of all the engine clusters and all that sort of thing. And basically it's just ejecting all the resources into space, which is fine, right? We don't need the resources close by. Ironically, steel, which is the most common resource, is the one that I'm going to be kind of missing a fair bit here. Now, the one thing that I don't want to delete is all the crew bunkers. In particular, I want this airlock to still have a door, so my guys can get in and out, right? Oh, that was a repair. There we are. Don't want to repair things, just want to get rid of them. You shouldn't need a fire extinguisher. Safety is no longer a priority here, people. Don't need shields. I was actually watching the replay of this as well, and worked out that the main thing, it was just a very brief failure of our shields that caused everything to just kind of fall apart as well. Like that battle could have easily swung the other way. And there was a good comment as well that if I'd been, I had better thrusting or thrusters, better thrusting. Yeah, I was better thrusting motion from the hips, you know. What I can do here is just make this a little bit easier, I think, or cheaper by just putting scaffolding, and then we can delete out the more expensive armor. There we are. Delete that, and then just give you corridor so you can get back. I can delete that, and I can delete you guys. No, I have corridor there. Delete that, and no, that's why. There we go. And I think reactors are going to be the other things that we want to remove here. Do that. And then we just make sure that we have a corridor everywhere. That, corridor this out. Do not need this reactor, don't need that either. These guys have been stuck for a while from the looks of things. Unable to get to the mess hall, really hungry, can't even get to go pee. Although I do kind of wonder, you know, where do they eat? Where do they piss? These are basic functions that I assume that we haven't gotten rid of in the future. Really? Can't put a door. The end must be up here. There we are. There's your door buddies. Alright, the final one is here as well, so if we just put a corridor like that, I should be able to do that, and then that. Alright, so we've gotten rid of most of the reactors, except for kind of the critical ones to keep the... I can get rid of that and that as well, actually. To keep everything powered and sort of operational here in case I was going to say in case I need to move it, but that's not going to happen because I've deleted all its engines. Oh well. But hopefully what I'm doing will become reasonably obvious in a second as well. I get some repairs there as well, but that's alright, that's not really necessary anymore. What we might do is just put a little bit of scaffolding there, and I can get rid of these guys too. But we don't have the option on this side. Okay, so we've freed up a whole heap of resources by doing that. And so if I get out of that, and then we go to our lifeboat here, go to the edit mode. What I'm hoping is that I can then replace this with something better. Load ship and pasting to existing. So we're going to go with built-in ships here. We're going to go with the monolith guys, civilian ships. And it seems, gotta remember now, but I believe the mass freighter, it was a mass freighter or was it bulk modulus? Gotta remember now. I think it was a mass freighter. It only operates off 20 crew, right? But it is, oh, we'll just double check this. That was meant to be replace existing, I thought. Replace existing bulk mass freighter, right? There we are. Yeah, this is definitely the ship. So go to that. But for 20 crew, this carries a lot, right? It carries an awful lot. It's almost Trodoc level. So we can build this without really any difficulty. And then we can go off and we can get more resources, which is sort of important at the moment. And I'm hoping, I haven't tested out the speed of this guy is the only thing, but I'm hoping we can get, go grab more resources, avoid pirates, and come back and make an owl as well, is the plan there, because we should have enough reactors. It's mainly steel and a little bit of coils that are letting me down. So we're going to make this so. And then we're going to transfer the necessary crew away from the the remains of the Phoenix. We've got 127 over there. An owl takes 94, I think. So this will give us a whole heap of crew here. We're going to keep the wreckage remaining, so we're not going to pick this up and put it in the lifeboat. I think we're going to keep the name of the lifeboat as well, and I'll do my own paintwork on it as well. But basically we're going to fill up this middle space, and I know it's violating my rule about internal engines, but you know, I think I'm going to have to anyway. But yeah, fill up this middle space with the factories that we're going to need, and potentially put a couple of mining platforms up top here. I'm not 100% sure where I'll put the mining, but it might actually need some more reactors to make this run, because at the moment it's just chucking capacitors up the top there. It also doesn't have any of the crew assignments or anything like that, and I'm guessing that for this to be optimized there is some crew assignment, but it does have decent amounts of storage in it. So we are going to go through. We've picked up no steel. Can we just pick up one steel so we have one of everything, please? Let's all try steel. I used up all the steel, did I? No, there's some there. We want to make sure we have a coil, make sure we have at least a diamond. What else we got? I just want a normal coil as well. Okay, so if we go here, yep, coils, hypercoils. We're going to put a bit of a Hyperium here, just so that we've got easy access there. As well as a bit of Hyperium here and here, so we've got easy access to where we'll actually need to go with it. Then, let's go make these tri-steel bunkers. I think we'll make this a diamond bunker, make this a processor bunker, go enrich uranium. I think we'll go hypercoils here. We'll go normal coils here. I think that's going to be enough of those particular basics. So we might go coils again and another round of hypercoils. And then we're going to go steel, I think. Now, the thing is that's missing is its ability to pick up any asteroids or anything like that. So that's going to be something that we'll need to expand out into it. But again, it is actually a modular structure, so we can move this front bit up further if we need to, and then just kind of replicate the storage modules here. So it's a very good design, and it's very similar to the Trodoc actually, so clearly people have had the same thoughts. Now we're going to speed this up while these guys just get everything kind of moved around as it needs to be. And I think they've almost done it. Yep. So let's also do some crew assignment, because these guys can just be here and these guys can be here, right? And I'm thinking that these guys can really service the capacitors as much as possible. And then the rest can just kind of float, and that should work all right. Cool. Okay, so we know that there was another pirate that did wander up around here, but we also know that there's still a good deal of junk kind of floating in space. There's a few hostiles there. We do have some roids, but I can't really mine them. We've got some wrecks out here, but we could still have a wandering pirate. We know where a lot of the bounties are now as well, because we did go visit this station. We don't know what's up here, so it will be incredibly dangerous to go just up this way. So what I'm going to do is go over here and see if we can grab as much as possible. I'm also thinking, just to speed this up, that we might want to put in, if possible, some more crew bunkers. Because this interior armor is actually sort of worthless, right? If not, it's going to be a weird shot to get in here. So I'm thinking that realistically, if we do this, we can grab another 12 crew members in here without too much difficulty. So we'll make that so. And then we're going to transfer some more over from the Phoenix. Or the remains of the Phoenix. And I think I will have it pick up some Hyperium as well. So it has enough to do a jump. Because there are a few wrecks around that I can grab. It's not necessarily rare resources that's going to be my initial limiting factor to get some of my fleet back. If I can get an Owl and a Kestrel out of the system back, then I'll be happy. And we'll then retreat to another system is the plan. And we'll spool up another Sun Miner, and I do have a someone's Sun Miner. They sent me the link on Steam Workshop, and we're going to give that a go as well. I think I did talk about that in a previous episode as well. Alright, so we've got an excessive amount. These are full of everything it needs. And it just needs power now. And what I might do is actually some power. It's already got its power assignment worked out. But it is saying, hey, send this up here. But that would be the better choice, really. Anyway. So off we go. This is a bit of a risk as well. I fully acknowledge that, but we've got some good speed on this guy. So I think if we need to, sorry for the mic part there, I think if we need to, we can run away. Running away will be basically this episode. Alright, we're just going to set, yeah, I've already set it, so we're not going to pick up anything weird. Cool. Alright, look at all those goodies. All just waiting for us. Go up to 8 speed, and now we've just got to keep an eye out for pirates. Let's move into the middle of this to make it as fast as possible. There is quite a bit of neutral shipping running around as well, so if I do have a pirate come in, then I'm probably gonna, if there is someone neutral running around, then I'm gonna kind of head for them and hope the pirate goes for them instead of me. Or that they're a, you know, a neutral shipping with a bit of teeth, which is always a possibility as well. Oh, we've got stuff up here too. Grab that. We're already full on Hyperium as well. And we're filling up on steel. That is great. Now, in terms of the excess crew that we've got on the Phoenix at the moment as well, I reckon we're going to be full on steel pretty quickly here, actually. Yeah. So it's just... yeah, there's nothing here to pick up that we can that's not steel. We'll go like this. Looks like we've pretty much gotten everything apart from steel here. They're just pulling stuff apart, but it's not necessarily going to have any resources that we actually want. If I just remove steel from the equation, we've still got stuff down here. What's that? Hyperium. Alright, if we move Hyperium from the equation, what is this? It's iron asteroids. Okay. Well, that's also stuff that is not necessarily what we need. That'll be from the remains of the Trodoc, I suspect, that it still had some asteroids in its bunker. Yeah, that's carbon. Alright. So, I'm going to, sorry. We'll get rid of that marker. And we're just going to call it steel instead. Alright, that gave us a heap. I think I already mined out this. We do have some wrecks down here. And that's where I'm going to head, I think. That's gold. Don't really need gold. I need the results of gold, maybe. Not even that much. We've still got a heap of processes, actually. Alright, yeah, here we go. We got some goodies. Just going to turn this back on so it does pick up steel when I do want steel again, and Hyperium for that matter. Should be another wreck down here, yep. Alright, that's titanium. I swear there was a wreck that because we got ambushed at the relay station, right? So there should be something there too. So we'll head that way first. Yep, there it is. Oh, we must have picked it all up or anything of worth. What's this? More steel. Alright. That's already gone. I don't know what that unknown signal is. I'm not sure I want to know. We hear a blip blip, then we're gonna get out of there. It's gonna be a hyper relay. Yep. Alright, that's alright. Hyper relay's okay. Just gotta make sure that we don't have a real bad time with pirates. I think one of these was a wandering pirate. Yeah, these are good. These are good pull aparts. Wish I had mining lasers still. We might go closer to the Undryad here. Oh, there's going to be some uranium this guy as well. I'm sort of tempted actually to use some of the steel to just extend out our thingy here. So hang on, bear with me while I do that. Go here, edit mode, grab these, just kind of cut them and bring them up. Let's get the mirror line back on. Do that, right? And we should be able to modularly grab this, copy, and paste away to one, and paste again, two. Just got to bear in mind that as I do this, then what's going to happen is that I'll slow the ship down as well. And so that affects my ability to run away from pirates. Now these guys, starting to sound like Jar Jar Binks, and nobody needs that. I'm just gonna go like that now. Cool. Alright, so that should mean that we can pick up a whole heap of steel again, and I've used a whole heap of steel doing that, but that's fine. I'm tempted to just add in, change this to a large thruster as well, just to get the extra thrust for forward runaway thrust. And there should be a little bit of tri-steel in this guy as well with those rails. Alright, and they're just grabbing those last bits there. And then we have a uranium, we have tri-steel, we have our wipe over there, which we definitely don't want to go near, but we do have a W up here. So we'll go for that next. Now, here, I think it's just ammo. So we're going to right click to get rid of these. Oops, I thought I was going to do it multiple times. We just go ammo. If we do need some ammo once we build our ships, then that's where we'll head. Some neutral shipping, that's fine. This should all be small craft, basically, apart from the Aldebaran here. Start with pulling that one apart though, because it's got a reactor in it, as well as some diamonds. That'll be nice. Nice. We may end up going back and picking up that extra steel if we don't fill up our bunkers from this. Go after the Lux next. It's always satisfying when you're taking everything. Means, yeah, we're getting good salvage here. Getting everything we need. I think the priorities for factories will be a hypercoil factory and a coil factory, obviously, so that when we're at the new system, we can mine up those copper asteroids. And once we've got those, then the other ones should be a little bit easier to put together. This is the part. I'm gonna get close to filling up our steel quota, which is good. Can I get any of those? Nope. Unnecessary. Alright, so not much really remaining here. Mostly things like EMP ammo, a bit of Hyperium. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. And there's not even a huge copper asteroid, so that's not worthwhile. We haven't filled up our steel bunkers after making those additional ones, so I'm gonna cruise over to our steel reservoir over here and pick that up. That was a weird ship. We'll go down here first. And now go up here. Oh no, O2. And tell it to rotate, please. And then run over here. Yes, all the steel. From all the armor that blew apart. What else we got? We got a heap down there. Can't. It's all Hyperium. Run down here. Grab these things. Is that a ship? It's only little bits. We'll go after the easy fruit. The low-lying fruit, as the corporate world would call it. It's all about that low-lying fruit. Which is corporate speak, meaning we can't be bothered working. Why do the hard stuff? Down here. And I'm pretty sure this is all steel, so yeah, okay, we're topped out on steel again. We're clearly not going to fill up these with hypercoils, or coils for that matter. So I'm thinking at the moment we just rededicate these to steel, and I turn off mirror mode so that I've still got hypercoils over here. Because if we're not just going to fill it up now, then there's no point, because we're going to try and use these resources, right, to build new things. So we might as well grab what we can when it's easy to grab it. Oh, that was an Imperial ship as well. Need to take them out, but I can't at the moment. Just don't have the capability to take anything out. But everything has the capability to take us out. Okay, so we got a whole heap of materials left, done, and we've still got a very busted ship here as well. Hi, Phoenix. So we want to try and turn the Phoenix into the Owl. Now, at the moment, it's still going to have too much crew to do that. So we're also going to turn the lifeboat here into a bit of a passenger liner by adding in, for the time being at least, some additional crew quarters. Now, by no means do I want this ship to have this much crew all the time, but for the time being, it is going to be necessary. So we're going to go transfer a whole heap of crew over. Probably not this as much as necessary, but we're just going to make it easy because I can just click a button. And that will mean that I can go to here, go into this mode, replace the existing, go to my owl, load this ship in, and it's still going to cost us 14,000 credits. From what I can tell, what are we actually buying here? It's going to be coils, isn't it? Yeah, which is why I want that coil factory to be kind of our first investment. I'm going to use up all that steel again as well. So kind of, yeah, amazing. But we will have a fully functional owl. Now, I'm not going to get rid of the missiles from the owl just yet, because it will be my only offensive ship, and it needs to have some kind of offensive capability if it comes up against anything. So we're clearly not going to get a Kestrel out of this, but we do still have a fair whack of advanced resources. So it's really the basics that we're going to have to make. So we will make that so. Construction is blocked by another ship. It's this guy. Alright, we'll just unpause until he does his thing. Get out of here, man. Alright, we've got the owl lives again. And of course, we're going to edit this now to be back to the owl Mark 5. We will also transfer our crew. So we no longer need so many people just kind of living in the lifeboat. Now I just said, hey, we're going to get back into the right position here. Hopefully all the crew priorities have gone back to where they should be. Yeah, it has. That's good. And does it have the right loading of resources into different places? Yeah, it does. Cool. So we're going to head down to that ammo spot and pick up a whole heap of ammo for the owl here. We're also going to use the lifeboat to pick up what remains of our resources here. Because we're going to want them. We are going to want them. It wasn't too much, and we have empty bunkers again. So the next thing that I really want to do on here is build in some factories. And the ones that I said that I needed are going to be a coil factory and a hypercoil factory. So the hypercoil takes up 3, and the coil takes up 3 as well. That's a little bit annoying. I was kind of hoping I could sort of sandwich them in. We might later be able to get like a diamond factory here, and that'll kind of boost each other's capacity. So we'll go coils here. It's going to cost us straight up cold hard cash to do this. And we'll go hypercoils here. Yeah, we can afford it. That's good. And then for the time being, we're just going to put in corridors so they can reach everything. Not going to look great, but it will give us the basics of being able to produce things again. And then I think the priority from there might be a processor factory. It's going to be everything, but we can get a diamonds one pretty easily with hypercoils. We can get a uranium enricher. The priority is going to be everything. It's really going to be everything again. Probably going to need steel as well, but this will get us some of the, I guess, yeah. Can we get a steel one for the current pricing as well? We can do it with the money that we've got, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to have to do. Make it so, and we have some factory capacity back, which is great. So we can mine stuff. Of course, we can't mine hardened asteroids. We can only mine the soft sort of things. So what do we do next? Well, try to take over the world. No. We're gonna transfer enough Hyperium to the owl so it can jump. I'm gonna go get that owl armed. Owl's gonna derp. Thanks. So good to have you back. Oh wait, is its flight settings kind of weird now? Flight direction. Yeah, that's why I was derping. Just double check on the flight direction on this one as well. Yeah, you're right. Just kind of forming up off the owl in a weird way. There we are. Cool. Okay, so there's titanium and uranium down there. Uranium is probably worth picking up. The titanium might be worthwhile as well, so if we can mine any of it, we'll grab it. Because we'll want it eventually. There's even carbon there as well. But yeah, only some of it is mineable. So they can go out and mine, and we just need to say that there's a spot for it too. Oh, why can't I put in things? Because I don't have a... Oh, that's going to be annoying. What I should be able to do is deassign it, right? So if I go right click, no. Clear designation, there we are. Grab 'em, boys. Cool, alright. So what we'll do is we'll make this a line of titanium, make this a line of copper, we'll make this a line of iron, and I think we're going to get some uranium soon as well. And carbon. We might as well grab that carbon, we're going to need diamonds. So we'll grab what we can and give nothing back. Yarr. Right, they're picking that up, that's good. So they're going to recognize that there's a space for carbon, which means that we'll probably want to deassign this one as well. Cool. Now there is a copper asteroid and I'm tempted to just grab it now because we can start converting things straight away. Specifically so that we can build some mining lasers soon. And that will actually allow us to mine out things properly. Just push through, man. Just push through. Yeah, look. You can do it. You're like the little engine that could. Yeah, it's not so good at side to side, this thing. Wasn't built for strafing. Hey, should be spawned up. Form up, form up. Now, if my predictions around threat, yeah, okay, good. I was just thinking of my predictions around threat, if that was accurate, then they would go for that if it had a higher crew count. That could have been awkward. Like I identify the thing that could kill me and then I just let it kill me. Like, yeah, that's my bad. Now we're going to go pick up the ammo with the owl. Is the reason why we're down here. So wherever that is, there. Oh, is it just not the ammo that we can use? It's all EMP. That's no good. What about over here? Oh, it's hypercoils. We can grab that. We like hypercoils. Right. Well, in that case, we might as well. I mean, we'll swing by the AU asteroid over here, and maybe the Tritanium one. But it looks like we'll have to buy our high explosive missiles, unless I want to try and build some. But we can have a rung of gold here as well. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Anything here that we can actually pick up anymore? Yes, there is. Go for it. More steel. Excellent. EMP missiles, no real. Oh, there's heaps. Did I just miss this, or we had full bunkers, I reckon. Alright, so let's get rid of that now, because it's no longer relevant. I'm hoping that the game is going to save all the wrecks as well, so that when I go back a system that will still have wrecks available to salvage. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't get everything in the last one. We just kind of moved on. This is my hopes. This is my hopes and dreams. My hopes and dreams may be trod on, but I can still have the hopes and dreams. Alright, so that's that Tritanium done, and we're pretty much done in this system for the time being. We will come back, we will have our revenge, but it is, yeah, not gonna happen today. Alright, but we should have enough Tritanium to jump. We'll put the lifeboat there, and we'll just go like this. 50%. Come on, guys. You're not gonna... What's going on here? Do you have not enough Tritanium? What's going on? Hyperium? Yeah, you got Hyperium. Hang on. Hang on. That's why. And that's also why we had issues before. There we are. That should fix it. Cool. Engage. Here we are back in Dagobah. There's still a Renegade pack bounty thing here, so we do need to be reasonably cautious. We do have where we've previously been before though, so that's nice. And I believe there was some wrecks that we created on our way here, so I'm just gonna every so often just have the G button come up. Here we are. Gonna pull some stuff apart here. Unfortunately, no missiles from the looks of things. But definitely some more goodies. Actually, we'll just highlight like this. This is titanium, and there's some wreck here. Yeah, it's definitely better now that I've actually reassigned things properly. Alright, but I think copper is going to be our big thing at the moment. Try and get that happening. We also need to make sure that's going to get power. Just do this for the time being. And then that should turn these on. That's better. I'm pretty sure hypercoils will not be our limiting factor at the moment, because we're heaps. We want more coils than anything else. So turn that off. Also, pretty sure we will not be able to take out anything in this system with just the owl. The owl is a tank after all. That's all it's there. So we've got to be careful about these places. Do we have enough space in our bunker? Yeah, we're kind of full and we've got a lot there. It's almost worth building the tri-steel factory next. Take 100 hypercoils. We can do it. We might as well, I think. We have the technology. Pull the lever, Kronk. And then we're going to make sure it gets power. Yeah, that's all we can get. Can we get a mining laser up or two? I don't think they're particularly expensive. We can get one up. Just delete that and then turn off this and just go for one for the time being. Then drop in a thing there. Right, make it so. And I'm not sure how well this capacitor will do. We might need to turn it into an actual reactor. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. But we have a mining laser now, which means we can get better things, right? We can do that. And that will help out a lot. We can go back up to this copper asteroid now. Grab those final parts, make some more coils, and probably get a second mining laser. Now, I don't like our position here. So we are... Ooh. It's just in areas where I've clearly not cleared everything, so I've got to be really cautious. But we should be able to do a second one. Insufficient coils. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Not with the coils that we've got. Alright. Apparently we've got some bounties to turn in as well though, so we'll go pick up some more cash. It's that Renegade Pack bounty. It's not bad really. While we're here, we will use some of that money, have a chat to the station and grab some weapons for the owls. There's only 9 available. It's kind of dismal. Do have plenty of coils and whatnot though, that's nice. Might put that behind the owl and just control the owl for the time being. And put in a custom marker there, I can't remember what that means. So Royd Field up here. Some W's, there's still a pirate base in the area. Taking out that pirate base would be lovely. There's even a, we might tear that apart actually. Let's grab the iron. Give them something to do. We'll go for this wreck down here, if there's anything left. If not, I'll actually have good practice at probably designating them. Guys can go out and help. More EMP missiles, not the ones we were hoping for. Yeah, that capacity just gets drained by it. So that needs to be either a reactor or, yeah. It just needs to be a reactor. There's no ore about it really. That can go off like that. Okay, we can remove that marker. And we might just head in here, see what's about. If there's any special things. There's even an unknown contact up there. That looks like a hyper relay. Is it? Nope. Beautiful in name only. You're just sitting here. Are you in distress? Full of EMP. You're just chilling. You can just chill, man. That's fine. There's a heap that we haven't mined from the sun in this system as well. So that's a definite opportunity to get all the rare resources that we need. But at the moment, it's actually common stuff. That'll change. Yes, I thought there might be some missile parts here still, and we'll grab whatever else is remaining. Whoa. All right. Back to your stations, people. It's definitely closing with us. If need be, the ship to sacrifice is the owl. Let's let people come in. He hasn't noticed us. He's going to pass us by. Everyone's in the lifeboat. Just yoink up this way for a bit. Keep our distance. Speed it up because that's not going to Yeah, he's coming right at us. Can he outrun it? Can we outrun him though? Might tell the lifeboat to go this way and the owl to go this way and see what's going to happen here. Lickety split. Just cruising through the middle. Ooh. Ooh, that was a heart-raising moment. Oh. Still stuff to pick up here. We're returning to the scene of the crime, so to speak. Is there any other missiles? No. We do have some missiles. We've got some in the tube now. We definitely don't have enough. Alright, we'll head back down this way. There's a start mine and end mine down here? Yeah. I might see in a second just to see what we actually need to produce a owl. So, if we want to build a new ship and we want to make an owl, paste into existing. Unfortunately, not an owl, sorry, a Kestrel. The Kestrel Mark III, I think, is just classified in lost ships now, which is a little bit annoying, but it's now called unnamed ship, so yeah. If we want to make one of these bad boys, we're going to have to either spend 170,000, which we can't, we don't have the money. So what would actually we be buying here? It's not going to tell us. That's a little bit annoying. We would be using all of our stuff. So we've got the tri-steel to do it. Got the processors. We might have a uranium shortage. We probably do with the amount of reactors in this actually. And we've probably got a steel shortage as well. Okay. So we kind of at least know our shopping list. Actually, before we go anywhere here, we're going to chat to the station and just see if they've got any high explosive missile parts. A little bit. Ah, wasn't there a big caterpillar-like thing down here that it blew apart the owl at one point? I'm pretty sure that it had high explosive missiles and we may not have picked them all up. Yeah. Yes, that's right. There's also a heap there that the lifeboat can pick up. Yes, we've replenished our stocks of high explosive missiles. This is good. Also picked up a few bits and bobs. Actually, you can form on that instead. That's you, and then form on him. There we are. Behind the umbrella. I think we're pretty much done with that wreck now. I might go check out what's going on down here as well in this asteroid, because I'm guessing we didn't necessarily raid that one. It was an iron roid. Yeah, there's copper here, and we need copper. I mean, we need everything, but copper is on the list. It's high on the list. And what we're going to do is a little bit of construction here. We're going to get a second mining laser, and we're going to put a door there. And then I'm going to replace these guys with small reactors, I think. We don't quite have the things to make it so just yet. That's fine. We might also put in a little bit of a thing like that as well. And then we'll pad out, yeah. If we're doing it, we might as well do it right? So we can put this like this like this. And that way it's not going to catch an asteroid in its teeth, so to speak. You know what? This is just going to be scaffolding. Cool. All right, so once we've got a little bit more copper, we'll be able to do that. And there's some nice roids down here. We're also going to grab that Hyperium because I think we can stock up a little bit more there. Alright, that should have made some more coils for us. We can make that so. It's used up a bit of uranium, which is unfortunate. Cool. Go after this Hyperium roid. Looks, it looked bigger than it was. But yeah, that's working a bit better now. Just gonna go with the energy assignment here. These guys are just gonna power these parts. Yeah, you can do these too. Why not? And then in terms of crew assignment, they're meant to be like that. Excellent. Pull this one apart. I think we've still got a need for steel, so we'll grow for this iron roid here. Just grab all that. I mean, we could also put in a high explosive missile factory. Might be a thing that we want on this longer term too. I reckon this might fill up our steel bunkers, and while that's happening, since I haven't spotted any pirates yet, that's titanium. We'll just go mark and Control C. There we are. Out our copper asteroids in this area. That's what I'm after more than anything else. Hey. That done yet? Alright. Nope. Still going. Good thing about this system actually having still bounties available as well is that we'll be able to use those bounties to hire more crew. So once we have a Kestrel, I think we should be in good shape to be able to actually take them on. And that will be good for our bank balance and good for actually taking advantage of some of the bounties that we did manage to complete in the other system, the one where we wiped. Because, yeah, ultimately that means that we have more crew available than we did at the end of this system, so we have gotten some advantage from being at the other place. I mean, obviously it ended in tears, but we will have gotten something out of being there, even if we've had a bit of an economic setback. Oh, game deciding to struggle a bit there. There was copper there, I missed as well, but we'll gather the carbon as well. That's important. Yeah, okay, so we could really use a carbon factory. Or diamond factory, rather. Switch this off. We can afford it quite comfortably. So we're going to put that in as well. And diamonds will mean heavy shields, or big shields. Sure, we've got it all. That looks like carbon, right? We're just not. It's going to be down to power. You power that. Yay, we're replenishing our diamonds stocks as well, which is great. Got actually a fair number of them too. I think uranium might be the next thing that we go for factory-wise. Let's try steel over here. It's always worthwhile. Hey, click the wrong thing. Oh no, it's got it anyway. And we've been pretty lucky in that, well, lucky. I mean, we haven't seen any pirates, basically. Is there? Oh, there is wrecks in this place too. This is a good sign. This is a good thing. Means we can fill up on its steel and that sort of thing. Just realized that that was a W. Yeah, that's why it was probably lagging a little bit. The computer no likes. Too many objects. That does answer a question actually that if it wasn't already answered, that it does keep a kind of a log of previous systems when you jump to a new one. You're not going to lose all the stuff that you left behind. Which is a good thing, really, because I've got some valuable wrecks still in the system where everything went pear-shaped. Still want to make sure we pick up all this copper when we're doing it. Hoping I didn't leave copper on the table before as well. Be a little bit annoying if that's the case. Yeah, you can see them mining it out, but we're not actually picking it up just yet. So we might need to make sure that happens. Okay, so part of that will be that. Alright, so we just want to do some more assignment here. This needs to be a uranium line. Um, and this can all be uranium's probably going to be processed pretty quickly, and we're not going to get that bigger stuff of it, but copper is probably going to be more interesting. Sort of tempted here to just use some of the construction ability. So, for example, structure, to just wear down that those stocks and hopefully free up some of it to actually be for copper placement. Cool, we'll go over here. We already done that one? Yeah, we have one down here. I need to institute good tag cleanup soon. Looks like we've already been there from this. Oh, hang on, it's still hovering up, is that? No, it's not. Grab the carbon. Just thinking in terms of the next ship, whether I should go for a Kestrel or whether I should build a sun miner first. The sun miner is probably going to help us get a lot of the things that we need for multiple Kestrels, in particular the uranium requirements. While there's still a little bit of a risk of pirates, there's we're not exactly going to go pirate hunting in this system. Not until we have a few more, or not until we've got a Kestrel, really. Yeah, well, actually, pirate hunting would give us uranium, right? And we wouldn't have to mine it from the sun, as long as we target things pretty well. And the Kestrel is fairly good at that, so yeah, we might go for a Kestrel next if we can do it. If not, then obviously some miner will have to be. We want that gold. We don't have a processor factory, but if we've got available storage for it, that'd be good. Might as well load up now. We'll see if there's any Hyperion worth grabbing here. Yep. I think that's everything in this roid belt. Cool, alright. Control M. And then I'm just going to put a marker in the middle of it saying cleaned out. So I know that there's really not much worthwhile here anymore. Pretty sure I picked up that wreck too. Also pretty sure I grabbed that carbon. We might head up to this roid field, see what we can grab. We did pick up some uranium though, so can we... I'm pretty sure the enriched uranium factory needs enriched uranium to build, which doesn't make sense, right? How would you ever build the first one? Just saying. But anyway. So we could get that, but then we're definitely not going to be able to afford a Kestrel. And I'm pretty sure we don't have enough uranium that it would actually give us a positive return of investment there. Hey, there's copper. Hi there. I'll take you. So we'll head to the station and we'll just see what we've got left to remaining to build a Kestrel. Because if I get a Kestrel, I can then make sure that wandering pirate around here is cleared out. I can take care of this pack bounty and potentially the asteroid field over here as well. And potentially go after that pirate base as well, which might have a whole heap of resources that we can raid, because they're usually pretty good for that. Alright, so build new ship option, turn off this, and paste into existing the unnamed ship Mark 7, which is actually a Kestrel. Alright, so we still need money to do it. We appear to be lacking uranium, still hypercoils, still coils, and still steel. It's an expensive little ship, the Kestrel, but they're nice little ships. I like them. So we still got to do some mining. Yeah. Okay. Keep mining away. Pretty sure this is all gone. We'll just double check that's the case. Nope, we've still got some little bits and bobs we can grab here. Not much. I'll leave that marked. And we'll wander up this way next. Copper. There is a roid field over here. I'm not sure if I've actually done anything with it. Taken out the titanium apparently. I grabbed all the copper as well from the looks of things. Iron, sulfur. Yeah, it's kind of looking like I have. Oh, there's a W there. There's still some stuff. We'll grab it. We just double check we've got this tri-steel one. I'm pretty sure I have. Yep. Okay. We'll head out this far and just double check I've taken that wreck and that wreck as well. The owl can go over there and check that. I'm reasonably confident that we're clear of just a few bits and pieces, nothing really. Reasonably confident we're clear of pirates, otherwise that'd be a really stupid move. I mean, it possibly still is, just leaving it alone, but all that's going to happen really is that the owl will form a big fat, oh, we've left crew behind, quick, back before they die. Kind of wish there was a setting where you could just say, don't start moving until crew are all on board. I think that, yeah, it's gone. Check out the wreck up here. And that looks like just missiles. Can you use the missiles? No. We'll just say that ammo. So we know that it's there. All right. Whole heap of W's down there. I reckon I cleaned them up. We did mark and mine there, so we'll send these guys down like so. We'll just keep an eye on this belt. I reckon I was on a copper mission, so I'm not sure that we'll actually have anything worthwhile. Oh, there is some copper up here. Keep that in mind. Yeah, we would have seen copper if I hadn't been strip mining it by now, so we just go down to the end mine part. And then, yeah, we've got a copper road straight away. Ah, really? Oh, you... Yeah, there's still some goodies. Still some goodies left to grab, but gotta grab the goodies from here first. Alright, I think we've grabbed everything there. Just push through it, man. Just push through their asteroids. They're not real people. You're not gonna dent your armor. There's no collision damage here in this thing. Yeah, okay, so we're full on move that up there. I want to make sure I do grab this uranium. Don't want to throw the steel overboard, but I just don't want it there. Because that's not going to fill up anytime soon, we might just reallocate that as uranium. Whoa! Something blew up around here. Didn't actually mean to try and mine out that sulfur. What happened, man? Saper. The dead ship. Dead ship will probably have some goodies in it in terms of coils. Yeah, we'll go down closer. Clearly there was some kind of fight here. I don't think I was involved as well. It doesn't seem like an area where I was. Sure, I get that copper. Or carbon, I should say. Yeah, that was carbon. More! What is that? Iron. Yeah, okay. Still got gold here. Okay. Didn't mine it for some reason. We can't pick it up. Yeah, we're gonna do a similar sort of thing here where we don't have processes to fill this yet. Turn it into gold storage. Looks like there's some W's here. We just double check that we have. Yeah, they're done. There's something there. Little bits and pieces we can pick up, and we'll just go check out this one as well. Yep, so, no, it's just steel. Alright. Get the owl out in front. There's some copper here. Some copper down there too. It's not picking up everything. Nearly filling up our bunkers. That's good. I feel like a good chunk of this game is actually mining for copper. Like not even the rarer resources, just copper. Granted, if I had a lot of cash, I could just buy the coils I need, but I'm poor again. Copper down here. Cool. Pretty sure as soon as I turn on that hypercoil factory, then we're just going to start burning through our existing coil stock as well, though. Which is fine, you know, it's going to have to happen. It's just so many stages of mining it. Actually, we're going to turn that on now. Why is hypercoils going there? It should just be solely coils, I would have thought. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, it does anyway. Go back to coils there as well. Keep looking for that copper. Tritium. Yeah, that's gone. Long gone. Iron. Copper. So a pretty chill copper mining session today. Carbon here, which I haven't grabbed, which we will. Might as well stock up on those diamonds. Not really the resources I need the most of though. But I'm not going to say no. I think ultimately we're going to get back to a point where uranium is the limiting factor. That's my sense. My spidey sense is telling me this. Anything bad out here? No. It's an area we've well and truly cleared of bad guys, I think. Yeah, it's definitely heavily impacting our normal coil supplies. In the meantime, the owl can just kind of cruise on down here and just see if we've missed anything. Yep, we have. We just mark it, see you there. Oh, there was tri-steel up there too. So we'll head up to that. The owl can do some scouting. Yeah, see you there. For a very little asteroid, that was actually quite a good haul of copper. Oh, dense guy. Tasty, tasty roids. I'm going to consume a lot of tri-steel building these things, so I've only really got enough for one Kestrel at the moment, which is why definitely tri-steel and getting high stocks of that is going to be well worth the time to just divert slightly and pick those up. Even if copper's my main thing, just to get things done at the moment. We should have our full hypercoils pretty soon, which is nice. There we are, we're going to see you up here. Decent amount of speed still on this thing, even though I did add a few more storage units on it as well. So I'm kind of happy about that as well. Makes me, a bit more comfortable by it just kind of cruising around by itself, even though I'm pretty sure I have cleared everything from this area. There's a heap of wrecks down there actually. I might just send the owl down there and just check to see if I did take them apart. I've got the feeling I did, but it's the owl's not exactly doing anything at the moment, so we might as well. Yeah, there is a back burner, so this kind of tells me that we have got some winners down there. We'll go pick those up in a second once I've done with this particular asteroid. And we'll have 4 hypercoil bunkers soon, which is great. And we'll be back to just producing the normal coils coils pretty soon. Should pick it up everything here. Nearly left some behind. Yep, alright, that's good. We'll send the... makes me wonder if I've done this one as well, actually. Just go via that way. There's an iron road, I'm pretty sure. Yep, stuff to pick up, that's good. Grab what we can. Copper. Out in the middle of nowhere as well, there was no other way I would have found that. More copper. More copper. Again, decent sized roids as well. Okay, let's start with up here. Not too much, but this one has an intact reactor. So that means enriched uranium, which we definitely want. A little bit of hypercoil is there as well, and some pirates still living in there. A base wreck up here. The base wreck might be worth a visit. It might not really have much of what we're after, but it could. It's going to form up on the owl just in case there is something still nasty sort of in the area. I don't think so, but that was copper. That was copper. Every little bit counts. Mainly the coils that we're picking up here from looks of things. Still a heap of ammo sitting there too. There's a couple of wrecks out here, or where we'd marked wrecks. There's a coil. Nothing there. Or it's just out of range. We'll just double check that. Yeah, there's a couple of things. And there should be something up here too. A few bits and pieces remaining that's useful to us. Steel, but there's still stuff there, so that could be a steel supply. I'm pretty sure I looted that free ship, but we'll double check. Oh, the lag. The computer lag is... Oh no, it's still a free ship. Right? And it's got an intact reactor, so... No, I will remove that now. A little bit more uranium. Excellent. Or enriched uranium, to be specific and correct. And it doesn't look like I did anything here either. All this stuff I was just kind of leaving on the table, but it's kind of helping me out here, right? That was uranium. There's copper. Hey, that's what we want. The fonds, that's what we want. That's what's necessary in this stream is the fonds. Cause of all our failures so far, lack of fonds. I'm hoping by the end of the stream that we will have a Kestrel back in play, at least one of them. I'm not going to go with the Anthony and the Brunnan just yet because from memory, I could be wrong, but from memory there weren't too many missile ships in this place. Um, could be wrong, right? But I'm not certain that there will be a huge contributor to our point defense. I think there were some cannon ships though, so maybe they are a good idea. But we need offensive firepower first. So the Kestrel will be the priority, I've decided. Then we'll go with a Sun Miner um, after we've cleared out some bounties and see what we can clean up from that. The Kestrel might just suddenly form into a Sun Miner for a bit and then transform back. Could be the way that that happens. And then, yeah, we'll hopefully get enough resources out of the sun, in particular the uranium, to get our second Kestrel. And we may even have to kind of go sideways to another system and clean that. Ooh, that's a decent size copperoid. And clean that system out. To really get what we're after. Just can't keep up with the factory here. Blip, 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 blip. We're getting close to getting all the coils that we need. What I suspect are the coils that we need. Never actually counted up what a Kestrel actually requires. See if we can do it out here away from the station. So, yep. Paste into existing, this one, drop it. So uranium is what we're missing now. We've got all the coils and hypercoils that we need. We need a little bit of steel, but uranium is the main limiting factor, or enriched uranium to be specific. So if we went instead for a sun miner, Comietas. He's updated as well with some art. So I think we need to go with the one with the art, right? It's a 1.1 million ship though, so we'll see what happens here. All right, we're not going to have the steel or the uranium to make a sun miner, so we're going to have some dollars to be able to back this up. And the way that I can see this playing out, we've got everything else apart from those two elements. So the way that I can see this playing out is that we build our Kestrel, we try and get a little bit more uranium from the result of that Kestrel, and then we build a sun miner. And then once we've got our sun miner, we go mine, obviously, some uranium, and then we build a factory for uranium conversion to enriched uranium, and that will hopefully give us a net positive benefit. Now this sun miner looks like it can jump to other systems as well from the looks of things, but we'll probably turn it back into a Kestrel afterwards. So we're just going to have to do some flipping back and forth here. But I like this ship. I really like it. It's kind of really neat. It looks good. It's got a huge amount of umbrella for shields, so there's heaps of, I guess, redundancy built into it. I have had some comments say that you only really need 4 shields. Yeah, Klongo, this is a soul miner, but this is not mine, to be completely clear as well. Welcome to chat for the first time, by the way. So it is one of the guys who's been following the series, Comietas. You can actually find this on the Steam Workshop guide as well. So they've designed a star tug to start off with, and then they've upgraded it and painted it from the looks of things to go with the star hauler. So slightly better, more refined design, but working off the same crew amounts. It is a fair bit of crew to invest in as well. So that's the plan, is that we get a Kestrel first, kill some pirates, use the pirates' uranium to I guess build us up to having a sun miner, and then we'll get the remaining uranium that's sitting around this sun, hopefully. But at the moment we can't afford either, so we're just going to have to go on with the typical mining. So it was enriched uranium that we're missing to get the Kestrel. So what I could do is build a temporary workshop, I think, because we should have enough to make one of these guys. But it takes 32, but we can always dismantle it, and that way we could get a net benefit. So I'm going to do that. Drop some corridor here, and yep, make it so. Make sure that something is going to power it as well. And that's going to give us a little bit more uranium as a result. Cool. But yeah, we've got nearly all the copper we need. And it's really going to be steel and rare elements now. So steel, it's just down to our bunkers, right? There's plenty of steel around, or iron that we can turn into steel. So it kind of makes me think that I want to just go more copper. Expand this ship out. Actually, that's what we're going to do again. So turn on the duplicate line, cut this out, move it forward, and then grab one of these. Just get rid of that one. And then go copy and then paste. 1, 2, 3, which makes this thing even slower. Cut and drop this back in place. This will cost us a bit of steel, but we should be able to therefore carry more. We'll go here, make sure that we're, yeah, okay, so we're gonna go that steel, that steel, that steel. And then we want things in terms of power, yeah, that's still gonna work. And we can just go mine the crap out of iron places. Or iron roids. There's an iron roid over here. How are we doing for time? 12:51. We're meant to finish at 1. I'd really like to finish by saying, hey, look, we've got a Kestrel again. I think I might move some of this iron bunker stuff around. So the actual iron factory is here, right? So if we said instead that this is going to be, turn off mirroring. I want that still to be coils. If this is now iron, instead, and just go back to saying that this is going to be something like no, copper would be fine, or even just carbon. We should be able to pick up a lot more of this before moving on to the next iron roid. Down here. That should solve our need for steel, so it's only really going to be enriched uranium that we're going to have a lack of. The unfortunate part is I'm pretty sure that I've mined out most of the free, like easy to get to uranium roids, so we'd need to either kill something or even go to another system where it's going to be easy to kill things. To fix that, there were some comments in the last episode saying that, hey, I could just go back to one of the starter systems and just wipe out the stations there because they won't be able to resist me, and I found that quite hilarious. But I don't think I'm going to do it. Just wait for this bunker down to exit, to empty a little bit. I'll be able to speak one day. I think I also want to put some airlocks at the front now. Airlock hatch. One there, one there, one there, one there. Should help speed that up, hopefully. They need to stop and come back for oxygen. But yeah, piracy would be an option, basically, to just attack some of the factions. They're not going to like me as a result. But we could go to some of the easiest systems, and with the level of ships that we can build now, that would be a definite way to get richer faster. But I did make a kind of a promise that we were only going to pick on a faction when I first started the series, and that faction is the Imperials, and they're not present in any of the starter systems, I'm pretty sure. And their ships are hard. There's also some cheese things that you can do to, like, you can push a friendly station into the sun, and again, against my own kind of rules that I set myself was that I'm not going to engage in cheese tactics like that to just get rich quickly. So while it's definitely a viable strategy, and hey, you can absolutely do it in your own playthroughs, then it's not something that I'm going to go and do in this one, because I kind of feel like that's a bit of an exploit. And that's something, hey devs, if you're listening, that should probably be patched out. Funny, but you know, that's sort of the thing that the Spiffing Brit would kind of cover. Not that I dislike his episodes, they're awesome, but it's kind of, yeah, perfectly balanced, as he says. Autosave. Bad timing. Just thinking this through, actually, we could maybe make just a smaller sun miner, right? We don't necessarily need to use the big bad one. We could take a little bit of a riskier approach. That might be a better option, because then we can get the uranium we need. Get, things sooner, which would be great. I'm all for that. I think, yeah, next stream maybe that's what I do instead of going for the Kestrel, because I don't think I'm going to achieve the amount of uranium, not with the cache that I've got. But we could totally, I think, get a smaller sun miner going, and that might be the way to go. Ooh, these are some nice steel roids. Sounds like a Geiger meter. Sir, we have radiation. Yes, we're in space. That's what happens. Yeah. Ooh, what's up here? It looks like a wreck. We don't actually need to do the sulfur, but sure. Can we cancel that? Cancel the sulfur. If I just do this, then just go after the bits. Much faster way of getting steel. The already refined stuff. No mining required. Yeah, something clearly had a bit of a fight through here. It might have been me earlier. Can't remember honestly that far back. Alright, we're nearly done. Getting that, ooh, copper. I'm gonna need that because I spent a little bit building the factory for the uranium. There's some remaining stuff up here, maybe. Is there like steel that we could pick up? No. No. Maybe back at that base wreck actually, because there was a heap of steel there. We'll send the owl up here. They're gonna hit each other. Nope, they're not. Okay. Take it back. Scream at the AI for a second there. Yeah, there's a heap here, so we can just speed this up a lot by just grabbing the stuff that's we've already spent our time and energy. Yeah, okay, so that's going to have uranium too. We're definitely going to go up there in a second. We'll just get a little bit closer here. Pick up, yeah, this is going to fill up our bunkers nicely. And we'll just go up that way. Make it easier for our dudes to store everything without running out of oxygen. Go back to this base wreck. Grab any steel that's there, yep. That'll fill up our bunkers. And then some. Man, I could have just come down here. Alright, so that kind of makes me think that we make this back to iron here. And then we set this one as back to holy steel. Holy steel, it's in the Emperor's name. Yep, cool. And then we go up here where the owl's sitting, where we've still got some wrecks. Wondering if there's anything out here. Often if you explore a little bit further, then you'll get kind of awesome rewards just sitting in the middle of nowhere. So we might send the owl down there and just see if we can find anything. Feels like there should be something if there's a planet there, right? I'll have some stuff there. Not showing any things. Go up here because there was a second wreck apparently. Usually you will see a question mark symbol if there's something interesting to be explored. It could be that I've just skipped over where it's flown through an asteroid or something as well. But it doesn't look like there is anything. Right, we'll go up around here on your way there. The lifeboat's gonna head up there. We got a mission back there as well. Might just to be visit the system. There's something here. Nothing else here. All right. Up this way. All right. There's something there. That's probably just going to be a hyper jump relay. Yep, that's what it is. Whoa! Don't go near those. Don't go near those. They're bad. All right. So, we are hitting 1 o'clock now as well. So I think this is where we're going to pause it for the time being. We'll just sit up here by this hyper relay. Okay, so plans. Just before we pause it, let's just see what we can actually afford to make now. We should be full up on steel, I believe. Yep. And we should have enough copper pieces to build a Kestrel. But what we'll be lacking still, I believe, is going to be... Where is it? It's in a lost ship still, yeah. Yeah, is uranium. So we're going to need to build some kind of smaller sun miner first, I think. And once we have that, then we can go yoink some... How much is just a smaller reactor, right? That's 24. And that's going to be enough to power 4 large shields and some a tractor beam and some engines. And that will be, I think, be enough for us. So I'll spend some time next stream designing another sun miner because Icarus was kind of large and expensive. And we'll just put in the minimum 4 shields that we need and get as compact a ship as possible to kind of pull some uranium out of the sun. And then that will get us to the point where we can where we can afford a Kestrel, take out some pirates, and use their uranium in particular, but anything else they're going to drop us because we will use up a fair bit of resources building these things. Like a Kestrel takes like nearly 8,000 steel, so we're going to need more steel. Granted, that base has still got a little bit, but we're going to need a whole heap more tri-steel. There's lots of bits and pieces. We're going to probably going to start getting low on processes soon as well. But yeah, okay, so this is when we're going to pause the episode. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're watching later on YouTube as well, thank you there as well. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. We're making more sensible decisions than we did last time. We, of course, last time we just went YOLO, and that was maybe a bit of a mistake. Well, no, hands down it was a mistake. But it was a fun mistake, right? And I'm just, going to this view so we can actually see where we end up at the end of this one as well. Good luck on the Hey, good to see you, Brennan. Your ship will live again, I promise. You will have an escort vessel around. But yeah, next stream we'll build a small sun miner, grab some more uranium, and then we should be getting closer to being back on our feet, having a fleet of the Owl, 2 escort vessels, and 2 Kestrels, as well as a Valkyrie, with our available crew members that we can fit in. Thanks again, though. My name is Pooks, and I will see you in the next stream/episode. Bye now.